Welcome, WNBA fans. So this game I'm going to be covering the Atlanta Dream and the Minnesota Lynx. Boy, what a game this was. Went overtime, Minnesota pulled it out, but very competitive, tough game. Just two heavyweight teams going at it. It was just great. Just great. So Minnesota got the lead in the first quarter. And then Atlanta came back in the second and narrowed that lead a little bit. And then Atlanta outscored them in the third and the fourth, but not quite enough. It got them even, and they went to overtime. And then Minnesota ended up winning in overtime, outscoring them 10-6. But boy, what a battle! What a battle this was. Just, Atlanta. Once they started going inside to Bree Jones and Brittany Griner, that's when they would narrow the gap. And I don't understand why they go away from that. And then late in the game, that's what they did. They didn't go inside they have the advantage there. And, I mean, as good as Minnesota is, and they're really tough, I mean, they're record-wise, they're the best team in the league. And until, otherwise, I mean, they lost the other day, but the Fee wasn't playing. I think Phoenix is going to give them a battle. But record-wise, I mean, they're the best team in the league. And Atlanta, they did this last game. They only scored 55 points their game before, and they didn't go inside at all. They were just relying on threes. And for a lot of the game, they did that. They went inside and, get those easy baskets instead of relying on launching all these threes. And, I mean, when it works, but you can't. It's much more reliable to go inside, especially when you have 6'9" Brittany Griner. I don't understand. Okay. Well, anyway, they did a lot of it in this game, but they went away from it at times. So they outscored Minnesota in points in the paint 52-24. And they had 20-12 second chance points. But Minnesota had a 17-point lead. Atlanta came back and they had a 7-point lead at one point. But Minnesota is a very tough out when Collier's playing. And let's see, McBride had 18 points. She hasn't been her normal self lately. She's normally much more of a scoring threat than she's been the last couple of games. So I don't know whether teams are really focusing on her and making it much harder for her. But she hasn't been scoring as much as she definitely is capable of. But, just her past history. So, but it was, this game was evenly spread out. You had, Minnesota had 4 players with double figures, and Alana Smith had 9, so she was right there. And Atlanta had 6. They had 6 players in double figures. 6 players in double figures. Just, Atlanta could be so dominant if they would just focus on get the ball inside. Get the ball inside. They have the advantage. I don't know why I don't know. Anyway, so Bridget Carlton was 100% from the floor. She was 4 for 4 3-point shots, and then she had another hoop. Collier actually didn't shoot well. She still had 26 points. She's just so dominant. She's just, my 5-tool player. 26 points, 7 rebounds. She had 6 assists. But she was only 8 for 18 and 2 for 6 from 3. She didn't shoot her normal. She's usually a higher percentage than that. And then Alana Smith had 9 points, 8 rebounds. She was 4 for 10. Most of her, she takes some threes. She was 1 for 5 from 3. So Kayla McBride, 18 points. She was 2 for 6, which is 33% from 3. And 5 for 11 overall, which that's okay. Courtney Williams had 16 points. Shepard only had 2. Heidemann only had 5. Heidemann usually contributes a lot more, but she only made 1 hoop, and then the rest was foul shots. She usually has more points than that. She usually contributes more. Yeah, so Heidemann 5 points, and then Carly Samuelson had a couple 3-pointers, which helped them. So 6 points for her. But Atlanta, Ryan Howard, 15 points. Brianna Jones, 18 points. Brittany Griner, 16. Like the other game when they only scored 55 points, Griner only had like 3 points. What are you doing? She's 6'9". Like, give her the ball. Anyway, Gray, 17 points. Jordan Canada, very nice game for Jordan Canada. She's been driving to the hoop, just creating stuff very nicely. Very nice having her as their point guard. Pow Pow's been filling in very good for them, but Canada, she's a very nice player. Very nice player. And then Hillman added 10 points. So, you know, I mean, it was a good game for Atlanta, and if they would just stick to what their advantage is. I mean, they have good 3-point shooters. I mean, Alicia Gray is a terrific shooter. So Ryan Howard's a terrific player. But they have got to spread that out with going inside to Bree Jones and Brittany Griner. That's where they have a huge advantage. So, anyway, that was that game. The Lynx ended up winning 96-92 in overtime. So quite a battle. Very nice battle. Minnesota is now 13-2 and Atlanta is 10-6. So we'll see you next time.